Hi, Hilda. If you want to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. Here's your ink blot made in your name and essence. If you want to take a screenshot, so you can scry in your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak. Hilda, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. We'll scry your ink, add on Tarot and Oracle, and the spirit box here is kicking, as always, for any audio additions. As usual, please see, sense, and feel for yourself first and foremost. I appreciate this space being held for me to share what I see. So when you're ready, Hilda, if you want to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. I have your poker hand here that came out in the pre-shuffle, and I will get to those in a moment. I'm going to do my best to share, but I already really want to flip it and get into it from like the first person. So let's see here. Your scribbles and notes that came through while I was pre-making your ink blot and during. Hiding, shoulder pads, darling, spice and silk, love, delicately devilish, might as well go for a soda, the song by Kim Mitchell, which came through and it was very fun. Might as well go for a soda, nobody hurts and nobody cries. Gifted, seasons, worksmith, weapons and protection, mopping floors, spicy kid, father figure, empath, faith, fixer of sorrows, energy and emotions, poltergeist, projection, ability. I might have had somebody up there as well. I can't remember. Anyway, this will come in the mail. Thank you so much, Hilda. I feel like when I dive right in here, I am in a garden with flowers draping over. It feels like I have a lot of passion, but it's like personal passion that's romantic, passion that is platonic, passion that is pursued to personal endeavors, but there's spice to it. I feel like I've got a spice. It's like the whole rose, the rose with the delicacy of the petals and like the lipstick colors and a natural blushing. Maybe you blush easily, I don't know, to the thorns, right? This protective measure. It's like if Jack and the Beanstalk was a rose. And that's what it makes me feel like. But it does look like there's some sort of companionship here is what I'm going to say anyway. And it's, I keep hearing the song. I think it's by Bon Jovi. I want to lay you down in a bed of roses. That's not the tune at all. Not the tune at all. I want to lay you down in a bed of roses. Again, it's almost like, when someone is like hardcore businessman or hardcore boss, babe, but they also want the subtleties of softness and realize the value in that and the strength. But I do feel like there's a spice somewhere, and I know I keep saying that, but it feels fun, but like spicy feisty, like a little cayenne red pepper of the passion, love. Also could absolutely be in the root system as well. Just your bloodline. It like bloody, like the bloodline. If there's been things that you've gone through, or anger that kind of runs through maybe your family, or you know what I'm saying, just in general, things that get you riled up. Again, passion, it goes both ways. Passion in regards to like anger, but it creates drive, it creates change. And then it brings me into like your gift, like you might feel empathically or energetically even is what I want to say more so. You might have really good emotional intelligence. So you can always, be the boss, the clear head, and whatever boss respect that may be, personal or professional, whatever positions you might be in. But for me, it's like at the heart, I'm this big old softie and I love a hug, and the embrace. Like almost like I'm in a rom-com dramedy. Is that a thing? A rom-com dramedy? I don't know. Something along that lines. But I see it in there. And it feels so, so sweet. And it feels embraced by this energetic direction. Because I'm seeing like a big old arrow here. But at some point in time, I don't know if you've been through something or this is what I was talking about, like that. Sorry, I gotta dive in. The empathic energy gift, where sometimes things can be murky, like what's mine, what's somebody else's. Are those lamb heads up there? Light, lamb heads of light, purity. It's bringing me into like Jesus. I'm seeing Jesus with a lamb. I don't know if those symbols mean anything to you, or symbolically speaking, whatever in place, Jesus or any, deity. But I'm seeing it a lamb. They're looking at each other. It's like I converse and commune directly with what I see as source. Like whatever energy or personality I apply to that. I'm seeing a whistle. I don't know if you hear whistles or maybe you do whistle while you work. See something in the brain. It's kind of like that intuitive nature where like maybe you might say things to yourself out loud, to people, to an audience, to friends, family. And it's, I could use the word prophetic, but it's something that comes in from this lamb spirit, and the lamb is up here, and like here's the head, and it goes in, and then like you speak it. Like you might just like authentically be a channel and aware of that channel, cultivating that channel, or maybe it just kind of happens and you're like, oh, I'm so profound. Sorry that I'm so profound. Sorry, not sorry. My profoundness just is natural. That's what it feels like to me. I'm going to keep moving down here. Moving on through. I'm not sure what sign you are, but okay. I don't think that really matters. So Aries or Taurus, Capricorn even. Capricorn, I feel like I said that with a Boston accent. Capricorn, go for a coffee. Okay, so okay, sorry. I am covering something with these horns. I'm going to go with the horns because that seems to be the pertinent point that's standing out. You know what? I don't even think it's funny. Thank you. The Aries, Taurian, or Capricorn. I'm actually seeing it like an ox. An ox. Yep. Okay. It's foggy in here, so just give me a moment. You know what it's like? You can see a storm, like, if maybe the next town over or city, wherever you may live, is having a storm. You can see, excuse me, the difference of clouds. Either it's coming or going, or it's just going to miss us. I feel like I can see that in your aura. I don't know how else to say it. The clouds, because then there's even clouds down here, which is in the third eye realm when I wander into these clouds. But up here, it's like the clouds of my mind. And see how like these ones are very clear and concise, and then these ones get a little foggier. It's not a bad thing. It's just like different weather systems up there. Okay. But I feel protected. It's like one of those things if a town or something has a tornado or a hurricane and somehow you were protected or something didn't happen. And, it's like, well, how did that not happen? I don't know. Neptune sacrifice. Because there is somebody There is a maiden mother or grandmother, but I'm seeing her in maiden mode. So I don't know if it is a mother, grandmother, this lifetime or another lifetime completely. And that is a sacrifice. So thank you for clarifying that. Because I'm seeing one of those old school telephones. My grandmother had one. Actually, I had one as well. I can't say it. Anyway. And it's like ornate gold or ivory looking, even if it's a reproduction. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, it's all decorative with almost like ivory bones here. And it's rotary and it's gold and it's square. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing in this maiden's head of communication. I feel like sometimes there's snakes around the ears. I don't know what that means. Snakes around the ears. If it's they work for you or they whisper things in your ear. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to get into the sacrifice as well because I also feel like, thank you, it's stepping forward. So you have like a maiden feminine energy stepping forward that communicates with you. Timeline reference with that ornate phone.
Don't go there.
I'm not going to dig in anymore, but I am going to go towards the sacrifice because in here, and I saw it from the beginning, but I needed clarification and I got it. So it's like, say in that fog, there's these two beings and I see Sharon. This is like maybe the name Sharon means something to you, like a log and a sacrifice being put upon it. I don't know if you've had to sacrifice something or this is a past life you have a feeling about. Maybe there's a particular past paralleling life that you might have like a symptom of in this lifetime. You know, like maybe you don't like water or, you know, you don't like turtlenecks, something along that lines.
Library.
It's communicating to you. Not necessarily to appease the fear or dislike in this lifetime, or nor that you have to get over it in some shape or form, some way, shape or form. But it's like that paralleling past version of you is communicating to you. Telephone. It's like you're playing telephone with different versions of you. Does that make sense? It was males as well. Like you were in a... That's weird. It's like you were in a lineup in this past life. Like you saw those before you. Like, yeah, you could see what was coming. What's this over here off to the side? It's stressing me out a little bit. It's stressing me out. Sorry, give me one moment. And it's almost like that's what you might feel like, again, like a turtleneck stresses me out or water stresses me out as an example, something along that lines. Maybe weather systems, you know, because maybe you passed away in another life in a storm or you drowned. You know what I'm saying? Something along that lines. iScry. Fifth house, creativity. This card was on the bottom before and wanted to come out. I feel like what in the tragedy and comedy, Canada, hilarious. In the tragedy and comedy. Remember we were talking about that RomCom Dramady? Yeah, RomCom Dramady. It's like putting it all together. But it's so foggy. Something about a virus as well. Seeing Wilma from the Flintstones. Hilda, give me one moment. Sorry, you know what? Give me one moment. Let me see. Oh, that's not going to work. Let me try this. There we go. Okay, Hilda, I'm gonna have to try and piece these together. So there's something about the eyes, your eyes. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know if you get lots of compliment on your eyes. Grand Cross Provoker. Okay, so it is. It's like you have an ability to, the way, at least the way I'm feeling it, yeah, is again that fiercity. If you have a goal,
This is strange.
it is strange, or enemy, it's like you can feel your eyes from across the room. You don't even need to be in the same room, like with this, like bullseye. But again, there's like, I feel like I have an undying faith in, whether it's of myself or something else. I don't know what it is. Or again, of that lamb, that's sacrificing even that lamb. If you felt that your light was sacrificed for something. I'm seeing silverfish. Yeah. Or whitefish. I don't know what that means either. Those symbols might mean something to you. I'm seeing a wind up toy that is, I think, maybe like a monkey or a gorilla or orangutan, something along that line. It's like I'm looking at a zoo. I don't know if there's a zoo around you, if there's certain animals that it's like, I feel like I have a really high connection. And when I say high, I mean like high vibratory connection
Right.
to animals. Like they help soothe me. Snake eyes, that keeps coming back. It's like your eyes provoke. They provoke whatever it is that I'm trying to create too. It's like, I see you. You know, it's like, it reminds me of, like if, like your little sister or your little brother, or even like a best friend or something, start seeing somebody new and you're like, hi, yeah, it's so nice to meet you. But then you're like, I see you. That's what it reminds me of. I love it. And maybe that's not you. Maybe it's, you have somebody like that in your life, but that's what it makes me feel like. Okay, I'm moving on. So I'm coming back down here in the clouds and I feel super chillaxed, like I'm hanging in the trees. Okay, there's a little Morticia action happening here. And when I say Morticia action, it's I'm seeing her specifically on almost like the Grand Cross. There's like weird sacrifice vibes in your reading, but maybe you know what that is. Maybe you know the sacrifices you've made. Maybe you just know or have an inkling of them. Anyway, sorry. So I'm seeing like Morticia in the movie The Addams Family, and she's on the board and she's, got her arms out, and is it Gomez? Then he like pulls her. It's supposed to be like a torture thing, but it's really like pleasure. And it's like this, again, that love they have. I don't know if you're familiar with Addams Family, but it's a different kind of love. Other people might think that they're weird, but it doesn't matter. Like they're just, j'adore l'amour, or whatever he says.
Portal.
But something like pleasure and pain in it. And there's kisses. It's like Gomez kisses come off to the side. Like it's not so much, about maybe pleasure and pain in the traditional sense that we may have the conversation. The way I'm feeling it is someone, to go through the good, bad, and the ugly. And maybe you're in that relationship. Maybe it's within oneself. Maybe it hasn't worked out. The Empress. Okay. Eight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Cleaning up something. Is this those clouds, contemplation clouds that I'm seeing? Because this is where I'm at. Nine of Wands and the Lovers. My left ear is going wild. One moment. Five of Cups is on the bottom. Of course, if any of these mean anything to you, please follow it. Sorry, I'm going to take a minute here. Okay. Has it happened to you? Like your left ear just goes wild? I'll leave this up here for a minute while I dive into these cards. because I'm in the clouds right here, the clouds of contemplation. I'm not really sure what they are when I see them from here. And this is like the X of the Morticia. This pleasure and pain. Okay, I will share these with you. So you have the Empress, Eight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Lovers, and the Nine of Wands. So it kind of gets me like, you know, so much is coming in so fast.
Silly.
Yeah, it is silly. Or the way I'm going about it is silly. Sorry, not you. Romeo and Juliet. Lovers in a dangerous time. I cannot get my tune on. But nonetheless, Lovers in a Dangerous Time. I believe it's by Bare Naked Ladies. Romeo and Juliet. Again, this RomCom dramedy. And I don't know if it's something you've been through, but like you're stepping forward as this Empress with this Queen of Swords from the Eight of Swords. It's like going from here to here. You're like, I did that. But now I kind of feel a little cold because I'm down here in these guys and the clouds of contemplation, like a little cold. You're as cold as ice. But then I come down here and it's because this is where like everything is it's almost like I'm filtering my blood, because whatever I've been through in this Five of Pentacles on the bottom, this Nine of Wands and the Lovers, I don't know if something came to a head or it was so passionate. Maybe it was like stalker vibes. Maybe you're feeling it. I don't know what it is. But this is what I want. I want this pairing. Again, if you're already in a relationship, maybe this is within the self, creating through, or maybe you've had to make sacrifices along the way, and, you know, for family, for friends, for children, for, you know, I wanted to go to school, you became a lawyer for the family, or a doctor, but you really wanted to be an artist or something like that. You've made sacrifices along the way. I feel on fire.
Work.
Come to life. Recoloring things. There's those animals again. And with gold. I don't know. I swear you have some sort of connection with animals. So maybe it just stands out. I feel like something took the play away from me, and now I've regained it. Something about outfits. Yep, something about outfits. What is that? I feel like I'm seeing a Halloween costume where, you know, like say somebody is like, they're a horse or something. And you might do it with a friend, or a partner. And somebody's the butt and somebody's the head. That's what I'm seeing. Something like mice in there too. What is this? What am I seeing? It's vultures and mice. Vultures and mice. It's like they can be, you understand them being of service. What is a rodent, predator, and prey? Like you have a cleaning crew. Does that make sense? Like a cleaning crew? I don't think I've ever said that, so I don't know what that means. Sacred Fool. Yeah, I'm down there. Give me a few more here for Hilda. Like it could even be like divorce vibes. Beyond the mind, the heart. Okay. What's on the bottom? In the world, not of the world.
Tunnel.
I feel like your feminine energy is like vivacious. I don't know also if this was the Eight of Swords to the Queen of Swords to the Empress brings me into like childhood, growing up. I don't know if maybe you didn't have a great childhood, or maybe you were bullied, or I don't know, maybe you're just a creative kid, whatever the case may be. And not to dismiss it, but you know what I'm saying. If you resonate, you resonate. If not, please release. Could be for the inspiring the Hilda Collective, which is an honorable role as a teacher that you are. And that's beautiful.
Natalie.
Something from when I was a kid, and I might have felt not cursed by it, but kind of bound by this opinion that I grew up with. But I've now gained a hold of that. I've gained a hold of the thoughts of myself and of others. And I don't need to be an ice queen about it. Maybe some people see you as an ice queen because your boundaries are well. And they will come down. They will melt, right? And I'm seeing it very sensually, like the ice cube, let's say the symbolic ice cube of this, quote unquote hardness that is, in here. And then like, with the right body temperature, it just starts to melt. I love it. I love it. Okay. So we have here 40 Sacred Fool and conscious connections. Whether this is of the self or with another. I hear like very strongly, I will not be somebody else's puppet. And conscious connections come in many shapes and sizes and earthly expressions. I don't know if it's like girl boss energy. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. What is this? Like I don't want to say like a girly girl, or maybe partnerships is, female to female, or again, female energies or expressions. You get what I'm saying. I don't need to constipate myself trying to do it. Like where beyond the mind, the heart beats. Every journey starts with a single step. I don't know if you left something, a connection, a career, something, even your past, an outdated version of yourself that was, I felt like it was holding you back, but you like, those two are looking back. I can look up to spirit. Every journey starts with I can look up with that faith. Remember we were talking about that faith, that something in the sky. Will this card come through? Oh, rabbits, not dogs. Anyway, she is looking. There it is. It's better if I just use my dark heart as a background. See it like it's expressing, but she's looking up. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. She's looking down peacefully with all of this around her, up and down. But it's up here. She's looking back but forward, and this one's looking down and back. Like I remember those swords. And I became the puppet master of my own mind and heart, realizing who was pulling at my heartstrings, maybe even taking advantage of me in some ways. Maybe I was taking advantage of my own weaknesses.
Is this yours?
Conscious connection comes in with creativity. The orange in the umbrella. Sacral energy, sexual energy, passionate energy. I'm detaching from the drama of Dramades. Does that make sense? I'm going to flip this while we're here. Sorry. Every journey starts with a single step. 12. A cycle has been closed. A calendar year may mean something to you as well. Wherever that calendar falls. May to May, April to April, Jan to December, wherever that is. Something about that. Maybe something happened a year ago. Seeing microphones. You know what this reminds me of is, I feel like I don't want to say a lot of people because I don't know if it's outside or inside, but I'm just pulling it out of the aura as it steps forward. See people in costumes, whether it's these Halloween costumes, these creative rom dramedies, but I feel like you do something with it. You can do something with the emotions and the energy of emotions, And I feel like now I speak to it somehow because I'm seeing a microphone. Yeah, I see a microphone. But somehow I don't know if there's a confidence that you already have, a spice, that comes forward, and you might need to put on a particular kind of uniform to accentuate this confidence. I don't know if it's a bear. I think it's a bear. But okay, so when I see that, it feels like I'm communicating, but I have some sort of like protective measure on, symbolically speaking. Maybe you wear something or you have a tattoo, something along that lines. And I use this, you might also have a small dog, to remind me how strong I am, especially if I'm speaking to other people or speaking to an audience, or do you know what I'm hearing? Like speaking into the volcano of my soul, speaking into the volcano in which I sacrifice certain feelings and emotions, or the story that I've been told, said, or lived. And as I speak it, it goes into the symbolic volcano to be built into something and let the earth, the Mother Earth energy, transmute it into something strong, into something fierce for the future. But it's like once I sacrifice it, I can't keep speaking it. Do you know what I'm saying? I can refer to it, but I no longer claim it as my own because I have made the sacrifice now. It's really quite strong and beautiful. And I see like these red buffaloes that come through to take what you offer. So I don't know if this is something that you do again in your faith or in your own rituals or in your own mind. This is powerful stuff, like bloodline power. What does your poker hand say? Okay. Goblins, Dragon's Lair. I should just, there we go. Ghostlands, Flying, and Details. All right, Hilda. I'm going to put those together, and I want to put these together.
Do you know?
I'm going to put that up there. Thank you. Okay. The Dragon's Lair and Ghostlands. As I was talking about, like that volcano feels like the Dragon's Lair. There we go. But the Dragon's Lair, the volcano is like way down here. So actually it would be more like there. Anyway. The Ghosts of Time. It's all in that fogginess. The Ghosts of Time. Goblins. Okay. Yes. When you go out in the woods today, you better go in disguise. If you go out in the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. For every bear that ever there was is simply there together because today's the day teddy bears have their picnic. You are flying, or at least an aspect of your energy is able to fly. These guys up here, like say this is the volcano, what I was talking about. And then there's also like this bridge aspect. Like I feel like you have bent over backwards for some things. Like my goodness. Oh.
Dark.
Yeah. Okay. So sorry, these things up here. It's like those green, like what you have sacrificed and have given in blood, sweat, and tears. I feel like the earth, symbolically speaking, of that volcano, has already created like maybe the labyrinth, which is really to the temple, but you're flying high, and it all resides in here. I didn't lose any time. It's like building a labyrinth or a maze, knowing you have the ability to just fly over it. But there is something really pertinent and important about building it. Maybe something like a garden too. It's like it would confuse your goblins. Any sort of, even if they're your own goblins. And now it's bringing me into, was it the daughter of the Winchester, the gun, I think her name was Sarah, and she kept building this castle forever, 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 to confuse the spirits that she felt that her family was responsible for by creating the gun, the Winchester gun. Do you know what I'm saying? So the dragon's lair as well is bringing me into that space where the ice cube might be cold. Or a part of you, maybe some people see you that way. I don't know. That's not my concern, because you know how I see it? It's like if people can see you like one way or the other, or maybe you've had certain experiences one way or the other. But it's very clear to me that it's like you have the volcano and the golden steps. It's like anyone who steps forward to you literally chooses, and this doesn't have to be in a relationship, by goodness, maybe it's within the self. Again, career, choices I want to make in life, people I want to interact with. It's all very lovely. It's like a really wild fairy tale, but ironically enough, I don't need it to be wild. Anyway, so it's not the point. The way people come towards me, the way I'm feeling it is, here's like the volcano, the fire, the hearth, which in one way could be like to your heart, warmth, or to the golden steps, right? But it's almost like they're either going to come towards and get burned, or they're going to take these golden stairs, the little extra effort, if I may, to like clear up intentions, because you so have somebody in spirit that protects you. Oh yes, 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 yes. They are very vivid. And whether this is you, reflective in spirit, because you have a lot of spirit guides around you, but it's like the dragon and the carnival horse, this male and female energy, the way they embody. It's like my own male energy is protective of my female energy or feminine energy, and the feminine energy is protective over my masculine energy. The tragedy and the comedy, but not applying that. There's just two different, obviously, energy alchemies that I'm aware of, and they protect each other in their own ways, nurture each other in their own ways. That makes sense. I feel like that makes sense. It's wonderful. Thank you. All right, we're going to continue on here. I'm seeing elf shoes. Something about Christmas time might be prominent.
I'm not sure how.
We never know how. And I'm seeing like someone leaning over. I don't know if they're looking through not a telescope. What is the other one? Microscope. Or if you're just getting a massage, you know what I mean? Like if you're in one of those seated massage chairs, so someone can work on your back. Hidden talents. Maybe you do massage. Maybe you have a hidden talent for something. Scrying. You have good intuition. I think it runs through your bloodline. Many bloodlines, but this bloodline in particular.
Why did you come?
I don't know. Why did you come here? Sorry, I get distracted. I gotta bring your thing back. feel like at some point in time, and it's like seeing it, this is weird. Like you know, you would take a dog for a walk and you would, you know, put a leash on it and possibly walk your dog. I'm seeing this with dolphins. I don't know if there's a portion of your frequency. Oh, see, yeah, there's that bearing. Remembrance. Okay. 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 I'm going to share this. This lantern. Right here. Right here. So it looks like there's like someone leaning over and carrying these clouds, right? And it's like as soon as I said that, I remembered something. I remembered something. I don't know what it is, but I remembered something. Did you remember something? And say if this was a person and these are the arms extended out with these leash type things to this fish-like character, emotional waters, or again, when I was young, like a puppy, feeling young to feeling, and I'm like, oh, it's high frequency stuff. And I'm like looking into a puddle or a pond, like reflecting. I don't know, something like happened because I'm seeing like coal as well, coal from, like maybe you just didn't have a lot of free range. It's like a puppy dog with a blue shirt on. I'm in this garden. Okay. All right, Hilda, hold on. So, I love it. I love it. Okay. See right here. So I'm seeing an Asian gentleman. Maybe you have
Children.
Children? I don't know. So, and it's like his head's down. There's something on the crown of his head. Maybe even like Jewish. Could be Judaism. Anyway. But then see all down here? Because he's like a wise one with a goatee. That is children. Are you from a big family? It's like a little lion, little T-Rex. There's all these different creatures. It's like people around you. I don't know if I actually ever finished the thought when I was up there talking about the bear. I know I placed you in the bear skin. Like, it's like I can see people around you wearing skins. Not to say that, you know, they're skinwalkers or false or masks or anything like that. It's like that's how I just see them.
Cat.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's reminding me of a time when I was instructing yoga and meditation. And the easiest way at the time, but it was very natural. I didn't do anything. I could just almost like speak to their element that they were leading with. Understanding we work with all of them, but whatever primary element was stepping forward. So if they were stepping forward with fire, and I'm like, okay, depending on which degree of fire or water, I feel like that's with people with you. Like they're in animal forms. It's wild. Something about digging as well. Is there like a graveyard or something around you? Because even when I was setting up for your reading, dig came through twice. I think you're digging deep. Is this like an ancestry stuff, or maybe just within the self? I remember who I am. Okay. Yeah. Hilda. Okay. Ace of Cups is on the bottom. This is like when I was in that Japanese garden down here. That's what that feels like. And the Nine of Cups is right underneath it, bringing me into what was the light lambs. There. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to bring these up. Four of Wands, Eight of Swords. Did we not have the Eight of Swords come up already? Yes. Four of Wands, though. And I just heard, it feels good. Yeah, it feels good. The Lovers. Oh, yeah, something's coming together. In one Eight of Swords, I feel bound that I broke free from, right? From the Queen of, and the Empress. I want to note. See, but I kind of feel like you know this, so you don't have to say it. You're just like, yeah, no big deal. But emotionally, you're drawing up to the Queen of Swords, clearing up the mental clutter. This Eight of Swords makes me feel like I'm being born again. With those conscious connections, which I'm calling in. Because I've already made the sacrifices. And now, okay, they're commitments. Personal, professional, career. Maybe they're contracts. Commit to them. Unseen, we have, oh my goodness, the Lovers again. Which, yep, look at this. Lovers, Eight of Swords, the Lovers. Four of Wands, okay. Queen of Cups. Peace, yeah, maybe it's just peace there, baby, peace. The World came up with the Lovers. I knew there was a card that came up. Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. And King of Wands. What was that other queen? Swords, okay. Okay. Can I take these? Thanks. See, mittens or like hands, they feel soft like I'm washing a car, like those kind of mitts. I'm washing a car, my vehicle, my beingness. Now I'm seeing, take this as like the figure eight, like somebody sitting in meditation. Like, you know, the traditional or namaste, or just seated meditative position. And these washing mitts are right here on my shoulders. Same with those ears. If any snakes, if anyone's, again, if they're past relationships or past opinions of a past employer, whatever the case may be, even present, who cares, right? And so I'm scrubbing all of this. So, not, again, in this dismissive way, like I wasted my time or I feel like a ghost or whatever the case is. It's truly like doing it through, I'm washing myself of it through my mental, with my mental swords, with my words, and I'm utilizing my earthly body as the vehicle to express it through the speech of offering it in sacrifice to the volcano of Mother Earth, to the opening. Does that make sense? In whatever respect this is in. Yeah, I'm probably crazy. That's fine. That's fine. I'll receive that. That's here nor there. Because Nine of Pentacles, power, King of Wands, Queen of Cups. Details, details, details. Did I ever get to this card? Everything's in the details, and you know that. Clarity is even in the details. I know I'm probably not going to come through, but it is like magnifying glass to clarity. I can see clearly now. And there's that dial. There's plenty of time. To, again, more stories that I'm telling myself, more stories. And I'm getting particular. It's like now, you know, maybe you get into a relationship, partnership, lover, career, whatever the case is. And it's like I'm going over the details of the contract. I'm going over the details of how I'm telling myself my own story. Sorry, not sorry. And this isn't in, again, some feisty, you know, kind of way. This is important because out of respect and reciprocity, this is how we flow. This is how we flow. Queen of Cups, King of Wands. I see children. I don't know if you have a lot of children, but I see children. Maybe you're someone like me and it's like a lot of nieces and nephews and animals versus my own children. But I feel like it's a gravitational pull. Now, I don't know if this King of Wands is an energy of lovers or if it's an energy of a father figure. I'm seeing a possum as well. An opossum. Oh, wow. Nine of Pentacles in the world. She has, and I think it doesn't matter, in the world, she has a typewriter down here. I don't know if you're like a columnist or something, or maybe you write. It's reminding me of Sex in the City, how, what is the main girl's name? Carrie writes like about her relationships or something like that, or an advice column. You might really help other people go through what you've been through and create wishes. It's like bringing resources together, like maybe you do something. Even bringing in the ghosts of the past, all right, because now they're no longer carried in physical form or emotional form. It's like you can call them in, again, to refer to versus speak in present terms that they are part of the story. Lots of power here. Oh my goodness. Whew. Okay, I'm going to get ready to close out here, Hilda. I'm going to add on a few more oracle cards, or tarot, just to close, knock, as I... Closing out for Hilda, 10 of Swords, King of Swords. I want somebody on the same page. I also will admit this gave me 10 of Swords vibes right from the beginning. 5 of Swords, yeah, there's anything heart and healing. The Hanged Man in the upright. And last but not least, the Knight of Wands. There's that fire. Queen of Cups on the bottom. Out with the old, in with the new. Out with the old, in with the new. And there's like all that red in romance. I feel like something didn't go well. Create a lot of burdens. Like I thought something was wrong with me. Again, career or personal.
Sarah.
But really not. And if at any point in time with the opossum you had to play dead, unsure, you know, how when a possum's scared, like they'll freeze, but they're not actually, like nothing's, that's one of their mechanisms. But it feels like you're up right now and you're moving through. You're flying. You're flying high. Knight of Wands, flying over the labyrinth that was created of love. It's no longer complicated. It's quite simple. It's profound. Okay. Whatever love means for you. And love simply being the frequency in which you, so beautifully, Hilda, walk and express holistically in all that you do, right? In all the people, places, or things. All right, Hilda, I'm going to get ready to add a smudge. If you want to take a seat, if you're not already, or lay down and relax, wherever you may be in this time, in this session. We're getting ready to close. Relaxy taxi, relaxy taxi. You can take a deep breath, close the eyes. Again, just move the head and neck side to side. Even move the tongue around the nose, the eyes, to truly relax from root to crown, hips, heart, and head. In alignment, but not stiff. We're here for Hilda. Hilda, when you get a moment, take a big, deep breath in. And a large exhale out. Hilda, if you can invite me in, you can feel my energy step forward from about 3 to 6 feet away, and stepping in close, kneeling in front of you in respect and reciprocity, in honor of what you present to the world, in honor as a gift that you are to the world. Feeling the energies coalesce, so they are co-creating this safe space which we can both feel and breathe freely in. And the ghosts of the past, the ghosts of the future, and the ghosts of what could be, should be, will be, are all released. And it is here you begin to feel the softness of the sage smoke waft around the head, neck, and shoulders, your hips, heart, and head. And working from the crown down off the sides of the body as though that your aura has hair, and smoothing out any frays and allowing all the rain droplets to wash away, drying any tears.
Yes.
Drying any tears. Not because we don't need to cry. Simply dry them. Give thanks. Hilda, you feel my energy stand up and walk around the right side of you to the back body, where again you sense my energy go from tall to small, kneeling behind you. Bowing once again in respect and reciprocity, crown to crown, from where you've been in the back body, what comes in from behind you, not only the past, but the energies that you work with, and anything that might be residually being held on to. It is here that I honor where you've come from, the path, every step. And from behind, you begin to feel the cleansing smoke work its way through like a very cloud of contemplation that you know so well, clearing out the veil like a screen door. We're going to go one more time, Hilda. Thank you so much for being here with me. You feel my energy stand up and walk around the left side of you, coming back to the beginning. If we're sitting cross-legged, knees to knees, hearts to heart, eye to eye, throat to throat, and head to head. It is here we both shine and sit together. It is here we both feel the sage and the smoke between us, cleansing the palette of our perception, truly embracing the moment where we feel united and connected, coalesce and co-create, and knowing that you always have a friend in me. Thank you so much, Hilda. When you're ready, bringing the palms together in front of the heart, the light and the dark, the shadow and the shine, the right and the wrong, the nearer and the closer. Namaste. Hilda, thank you so much for being my muse. I thoroughly am grateful, and to all the other Hildas in the world that may have been inspired by this session, you can request a personal below. All the links are there. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, thank you.